Ohm Connect has bribed me to turn off all electricity for the next hour. Ohm Connect is this thing that you connect with your utility bill and they pay you money whenever you use less electricity than anticipated. They use historical data for how much you normally use, and then if you come in below that, you get a certain number of points. These days, they have this new program called Mega Ohm Hours. Mega Ohm Hours is like $5 to $7 or $10 even of value that you're gonna get. So just for 1 hour of really cutting back on your electricity, then you can get 10 bucks. So this is pretty good. So what I plan to do is just turn everything off, and then I'm gonna go outside, go do something, go shopping or something, and then I'll come back. Just from that 1 hour alone, I got 1,172 points. This is $11.72. The goal for me to reach was 0.108 kilowatt hour. I had a forecast of 0.433 kilowatt hours. I actually use only 0.06 kilowatt hours. That's a reduction of 86%. You see over here, I got a mega bonus of 1,000 points. That's $10 right there. For the regular ohm hour, I got 88 points, plus another 50%, plus another 45%, for a grand total of 1,172 points. Over here, you see my PayPal payout, $16.49. This is actually more than the 1172 because on the previous ohm hour, I earned a little bit more. Now, Ohm Connect did not pay me to make this video. However, if you use this service, I will get a referral fee. Some of you might not like this just because there's some form of compensation. You might think that there's some kind of conflict of interest going on. I have to say, if Ohm Connect never had a referral program, I probably would not prioritize this video as high, and I probably would still actually do it because I am still saving money even without the referrals. Let's say within a certain time frame, you're about to use $1 worth of electricity. Now, if they tell you to not use electricity, well, you're not going to pay that $1, right? But on top of this, Ohm Connect will pay you something like $2 to $10 for not using that $1 worth of electricity. So you see how this can benefit you. If you do this multiple times in a month, you might be able to essentially almost pay for your total electric bill. Now, before you go further, this video is mainly for California residents because Ohm Connect only operates in California so far. Not only do you have to be in California, you also have to buy your electricity from one of these three companies: PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, SCE, Southern California Edison, or SDG&E, San Diego Gas and Electric. Now, if you're not under these electric companies, I still think it'll be interesting to watch because there are companies out there that can, in effect, be able to reduce the coal usage, in effect, reduce peak demands, and yet benefit everybody. Now, I started this whole program about 2 years, 4 months ago, and since then, it's worked out pretty well. They did not steal my information. They did not steal my bank account or anything, or steal any kind of money. In fact, every month or so, I've been able to get something around $10 to $30 worth of credits that's credited to my PayPal account. This, of course, you can use it to buy whatever you want, or you can use it to pay for your electric bill. Now, how does this actually work? I remember when I first started using this, I was just completely confused. I was like, how can you get money for not using electricity? And this is on top of the amount that you would pay the electric utility. The way it works is this, and I'm gonna try to make it as concise and as short as possible. You connect your utility account to Ohm Connect. This allows them to read your electric usage by the hour. Using this and historical information, they can estimate how much electricity you're going to be using. With this information, they can tell all their customers to save electricity during a certain ohm hour and, in effect, reduce the electric usage and reduce the energy burden on the grid. For this ability, the electric utility will pay Ohm Connect a certain amount to reduce the electric usage. Why would the electric company pay for this? It's because that means they do not have to spin up certain coal-firing power plants. When the power grid sometimes have peak demands, like sometimes when you come home after work, 7 to 8 o'clock or so. There's a high demand, maybe people are using AC, they're turning on electricity all over the place. And due to this, they cannot use all the clean electric power plants. Therefore, there are some spinning idle or something, and they have to turn those on. And in order to turn those on, it costs significant amounts of money. So for the electric company, instead of turning on these power plants, They pay Ohm Connect and go, okay, reduce the electric usage by this much so that we don't have to turn on these power plants. The utility get a portion of the savings because it's a win-win for them. Ohm Connect gets a portion of this. They keep a bit of it for profits and also to run the company, and the rest of it gets divided amongst the customers. Now, the amount that you get is based on your historical usage, how much you're estimated to use, and how much you actually use. Now that difference is going to determine how much you actually get. How much that you get will fluctuate. It's not always like, oh, use 1 kilowatt hour less, you're going to get like a few dollars or something. It's not set like that. Sometimes it will be a low amount. Sometimes it will be a really good amount. And sometimes they have these things called mega ohm hours where they've been paying like $5, $10 for one single ohm hour. Just this past month, there's been 4 ohm hours in the Bay Area. I was able to get 2 of them. One was $5 and one was $10. The other two $5 one, I was not able to do it because I went a little bit over than that threshold. Now I can safely say after using this thing for 2 years and 4 months, this company is not a scam. They've paid me multiple times through PayPal. It's all in my bank account now and there's no loss or anything. They did not use my electric utility login information to do anything with my account other than what they said they did, which is to gather enough information so that they can do a proper payout to you. Now, after all this, if you're interested, you can sign up through my referral link down in the video description below. If you sign up and connect your utility account, this is very important. You have to make it all the way to the point where you connect your utility account. Then you will get $10 free worth of credits. After this, you can connect one of your smart devices, such as the thermostat, a light switch, or a car charger, and you'll get another $10 worth of credits on top of that. Of course, if you use this service, you'll benefit this channel. And going forward, if you really use this service and reduce your electric usage during those ohm hours, you're going to get an estimate, I estimate around $10 to $25 or so, depending on how hard you try. For a period of time, I used to not try as hard because the payout was a lot less. Like I said, I've been using this for about 2 years, 4 months now. The first year was really good. They were paying out really well. And then the year after that, somehow they shrunk the payout by a lot. It's like 1/10 of what it used to be. Then I was like, what's the use? If I need to do all this work just for 50 cents, it's not worth my time. But these days, the mega ohm hours are really, really worth it. $5 or $10 just for 1 hour of not using electricity. That is really, really good, I think. Now, these days, they run all sorts of promotion, and I think they change these around all the time. Right now, if you actually participate in a mega ohm hour and you actually make it, you get entered in to do various prize drawings, and I think it's 1 out of 5,000 or so from what I see. And you get like electric bikes and various prizes or something like that. So usually with these ohm hours are usually pretty strict. It might estimate me to use maybe half a kilowatt hour during that 1 hour, and they want me to reduce it all the way down to like 0.14 kilowatt hours, which is really, really little. This means that if you actually want to make these ohm hours, you actually have to unplug some stuff. You might actually have to, turn off your fridge or something just to make sure that it does not turn on. Some tips and tricks on how to make these ohm hours. When it's actually $5 or $10, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can spend 5-10 minutes unplugging stuff and I will actually go out, read a book, or just go out even. So to do this, just make sure to unplug everything basically that you don't actually need. I would concentrate on the refrigerator because if you opened it maybe 20 minutes or so before the ohm hour, it might actually be running during the ohm hour, and that consumes significant amounts of electricity. So the tip here would be, don't actually open your fridge before the ohm hour and actually turn off the power to the fridge using a circuit breaker or something. I know a lot of people out there will be like, well, if you use your circuit breaker enough times, it's not meant to be used as a switch, so there's that. Now for regular ohm hours, what I see is you earn something between $0 to $2 or so. There's roughly about 8 ohm hours a month or so. It fluctuates a bit depending on the electric usage. So you can imagine how many ohm hours they have really depends on the season. And I've noticed on the more milder seasons, not in the winter and not in the summer, you tend to get a little bit less ohm hours. Now, if you want to boost your ohm hours, you can get a boost on top of whatever that you earn. The first way is to earn a 5% bonus for each streak that you make. So if you do 10 streaks in a row, that means that you make each ohm hour, you actually participate, and you actually use less electricity than your forecast. Then you actually made that ohm hour, then you're gonna add on to your streak. So let's say you have 10 streaks in a row. For me, I personally have 11 streaks right now. You get a 50% bonus on top of whatever that you earn. So let's say you earn 100 points, which is worth $1, then you get another 50 cents on top of that. Another way to earn these bonuses through these status levels. See, I don't really remember them, so I need a piece of paper to tell you these things. If you manage to, on average, save more than 15% on the past 10 events, then you're gonna get 1.5 times on the payments. So that sounds like another 50% boost. If you're at the platinum tier, which is savings of more than 40% on average on the past 10 events, you're gonna get twice the payments, which is another 100%. So for example, if you earn 100 points, you get the 50% boost for the streak, so you get another 50 points. You get another 100% because you're in the platinum tier, then you get another 100 points. So just for that 1 ohm hour where you earn 100 points, you're actually really gonna earn 250 points. This is $2.50. I have to note that these bonuses does not work on the mega ohm hour, so you can't go, oh, $5 and then plus another 50% and then plus another 100% on top of that. It only works on the regular ohm hour bonus. One last thing that I have to mention is that me staying at home makes things a lot easier because I can plan around it. For a lot of people that need to commute to work and come back right around that exact moment where there's an ohm hour, it's very, very inconvenient. When I used to need to go to work, you come home right around 6:30 or 7, and right then, bam, the ohm hour hits, and you need to do stuff. Once you get home, you want to cook, to eat, you want to relax, you want to use electricity. So think about this: if you actually get home around 7 o'clock or so, it might be hard for you to make these ohm hours. Like I said before, if you're interested in signing up for this service, I have my referral link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video, and I really think that this is a very, very good way to save money on your electric bill, and I use it myself. If you're interested in getting more of my videos, push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon to get notifications. Thanks for watching.